What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol MVIS for Microvision Inc. On the left-hand side, we are looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. Kicking things off, let me first point out that we did experience earnings release after the bell today, so let's turn on our extended hours session and just sort of gauge where the open may be. So right now, obviously, an opening or sort of, closing, if you will, drive higher in the after hours after the announcement was made. So let's assume for the sake of this video, we will be opening on a gap up somewhere around the territory of about $14. So popping that line on there. So on the daily time frame, we can sort of see whereabouts we will be opening. Let's turn those extended hours off now and just sort of look at obvious areas of support and resistance from that daily perspective. So certainly an area of support that was violated on Tuesday as well as today's session, offering a little bit of resistance. You can see that slight upper wick there on the rejection of the back test at $12.92. So I think it's slightly noteworthy that we are gapping up in an overall bearish environment. Given the fact that we had a daily support area break and we're just in a solid downtrend here, this could be an opportunity for a potential short entry. Now, don't get overly aggressive. We need to see a few things happen at the open to start to fill that gap, but that is going to be the first sort of scenario I would favor in a chart like this. So if we can hold up at the open and fail to take out the overnight high, which might look something like this, I'll turn those extended hours back on actually for a second, just to sort of outline what this would look like. So say we open tomorrow and let's map out the overnight high. Let's say we open around 14 as we discussed. If we can, come up and fall short of 1464, which right now is the overnight high, you're looking for a short back down through whatever the opening print is. Again, let's assume that it's around 14. So you short 14 and you're basically looking for this gap to fill back down towards our $12.92 area. If you can't afford the shorts in the margin there, potentially look at playing some puts here on MVIS. So that's one potential scenario as we head into tomorrow. Again, 1464 is the pre-market high as of right now. That could very well change before the bell at 9:30. There's a lot of time between now and then. Let's also map out some overhead resistances in case we get a break of that overnight high here and we see continuation higher. The first area I would like to point out is simply in here, prior pivot high right around $15.25. You can see upper wicks from in the past, but I really skewed it to the downside simply because that was a more relevant, more recent touch there where we clearly got rejection and moved back down towards this double bottom, which broke and held as broken in today's session. So again, I think it's kind of peculiar that we're gapping up here. Earnings guidance must have been good, but you have to start thinking, is this a potential scenario for a short trade, a little bit of sell the rip in a overwhelmingly downtrending stock? The next area of resistance to the upside, if we get a gap and go for some miraculous reason here, I would have to call up around here, around $16.68, simply because, again, resistance, and then perfect area of support here, sort of sold off and stopped right there. But more importantly, we also have the 50 SMA, the blue line coinciding on the daily time frame. So that would be my sort of line in the sand to the upside on any sort of gap and go. Let me just scrunch up the 30-minute time frame chart now and turn off those extended hour session because I do want to point out one resistance trend line that should also be on your radar and maybe another feather in the cap for the bears, if you will. If I do something like this, you'll clearly notice a very tight fit, right? So we have touch 1 or, anchor touch 1, touch 2, touch 3, as well as 4 and 5 in this area here. And notice, again, if we're opening around 14 tomorrow morning, that's right at the resistance trend line. So maybe another potential reason to be, slightly skewed to the bear side on the open there. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you use the levels in tomorrow's trading activity. If you did enjoy, let me know down below in the comments section or by simply leaving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out our main channel link down below in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.